Man, I'm currently looking through the Dallas Mavericks current contracts, and it is kind of gross, not gonna lie. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, like, they have the best player in 2K, probably. Luka Doncic is most likely going to win multiple MVPs in this Mavericks rebuild today. But everything else is not great. Now, Spencer Dinwiddie is technically a one-year contract with next year not being fully guaranteed. Hardaway Jr. is under contract for 3 more years. Bertans under contract for 2 more years. Finney Smith, who I like a lot, so I'm fine with him being under contract for 4 more years. But Christian Wood, 14 mil for this year. Then it's up. Powell's up. Bullock's up. So, like, there's a lot of money that's off the books next year or this year, which is nice. Because, man, who's the second best player Luka has played with in his career? It's probably KP post-trade, but that really didn't turn out too well. Like, we want to get a second star to Dallas, man. We've talked about getting them a third star when KP was here, and that didn't work out. So, yeah, we'll have a lot of money off the books. I think we could probably move Hardaway Jr.'s... No, maybe we can move Bertans' contract in the offseason if we attach an asset, because it's basically a one-year deal. I don't think we're going to be able to move THJ's contract for another 2 years. Like, I'm sure in the Western Conference, like, behind Luka Doncic, this Mavericks team is going to be fine. But, boy, I don't really like it too much. Like, I'm sure they're going to be a playing tournament, like a 7th seed, or maybe even higher. Like, Luka could take them very far. But, like, I don't know. I guess they are kind of deep, but I just don't love the roster, you know? And I think Maxi Kleber did get an extension in real life, so we'll make sure to update that this offseason, as well as no Jalen Brunson on this team, so we'll have to go forward with that. Finney Smith's probably going to play about 30 minutes a night, 32 to Wood, 37 to Luka. I'd like to get at least 4 more minutes of Dinwiddie. I mean, I don't probably need to play Ntilikina, but, like, no minutes for Josh Green, no minutes for Jaden Hardy. That's pretty rough. So Dinwiddie, you're going to get like 33 minutes a night, and then we'll probably do 33 to Finney Smith. Underbalanced with Jason Kidd, we're 3 stars. And Josh Green does have 2 more years on his rookie deal, so maybe we attach him to get off Bertans' contract in the offseason. I'm sure a team would bite on that, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, like if Luka gets injured at any point this season, we may not even make the playoffs. Good thing our pick is top 10 protected, just in case, knock on wood, that would happen. Yeah, I feel like we're going to get a lot of L's like this, like Luka having an incredible game, and we're still going to come short. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I know Luka was going to carry this team in 2K. We're 30-11 at January 10th. I wonder why. Luka's putting up a 31-point triple-double. I mean, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Christian Wood's having a nice season as our number 2. Just abysmal free throw shooting. I don't know what happened there. Dinwiddie's been all right. He could have been, or could be a little bit better. Dorian Finney-Smith's having a good year. 41% from 3, 12 points. Tim Hardaway Jr., 40% from 3. Yeah, he might try to get that trade value up. Maxi Kleber, I don't really have the urge to play, or even Reggie Bullock. I mean, I guess Reggie Bullock does shoot the ball well from 3 and from the line, but, like, I guess I would like to play Jaden Hardy. I would like for him to at least be in the rotation next year. But I guess we're going to play it pretty conservative right now. There's a chance I make a move at the deadline, but we'll see maybe if I like anybody that's on the block. All right, so we haven't had, like, any major injuries. Like, JaVale McGee got hurt at one point, Spencer Dinwiddie, but they were all able to play through it. We are 37-19, 18 games above 500. I'm sure if we go to the award races, Luka is going to be the front runner for the MVP award. Now, we could take a look at the team intel section and see if there's anybody that's good on the trade block. Jalen Duren would actually be a fun addition. I just don't think we'd have anything that the Pistons want right now. Luke Kennard is actually pretty interesting, huh? All right, maybe we'll talk to the Clippers about Luke Kennard and see what they want. I just wish 2K maybe put more effort into the trade block, because MLB The Show and probably even Madden have better options there. But yeah, like, okay, Norman Powell. I mean, they probably do want some big man depth there. Huh. Yeah, like behind Zubats, they really don't have any backup center at all. So Dwight Powell would be big. Instead of Powell, could we give up Kleber? Because I would like to keep Dwight Powell. We would be off. Yeah, okay. So I think I may do this trade, but then I do lock myself into $14 million of Luke Kennard next year when he's not even having the best season in the world. So maybe I should stay away from that. We are 18 games above 500, so maybe I'll just play it out right now. And it's fine if we don't win it all in year 1, because we still have Luka Doncic, so we're always going to be fine. So yeah, we're going to advance past this deadline. And I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season, unless there's a major injury to discuss. So we can get Dwight Powell back on a 2-year deal worth $3.16 million a year. We're going to do that. I will adjust Kleber's deal to what he just got in real life. Oh, geez, which is 3 years, $33 million. All right, so let's get that done. It's a pretty big deal. I mean, who knows? Maybe I just trade him in the offseason. Oof, left shoulder tendonitis for Dinwiddie, 6 to 8 weeks, but he can play through it. And yeah, to no surprise, Luka Doncic with that stat line averages a triple-double, wins the MVP award. If he can average a triple-double and get a 50, 40, 90 season, would that be the best offensive season of all time? Nate McMillan of the Atlanta Hawks gets Coach of the Year as they go 62-20. Trae Young, all NBA first team. I mean, he had an incredible year with Luka, so we can't say the Hawks lost that trade. No, they lost it. I mean, I don't think they've really lost it. It's weird to say a win-win because Luka's in that. Like, I'm rather have Luka than Trae Young, but it could have been a lot worse for the Atlanta Hawks. But we are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We're taking on the Pelicans in round 1, who went 36-46. Really? I'm sure they had a major injury that would make sense. So, yeah, we could see what we like for the playoffs. Dinwiddie still is day-to-day with that knee tendonitis. Excuse me, shoulder tendonitis. You know what? I think we're going to cut down the rotation. I don't even know if I want Reggie Bullock in the playoffs playing. He shot 34 from 3, which isn't even great. Like, I might start Tim Hardaway Jr. there, who at least shot 35 from 3. Well, let's see how we like this. So, let's do about 26 to Hardaway, 34 to Finney-Smith and Wood. We're going to do about 40 to Luka, 33 to Dinwiddie. Dwight Powell can get about 22 minutes a night. JaVale McGee about 17. 17 to Kleba. And we got to go, I guess, 7 minutes. We don't really have a guard off the bench, though, which is kind of weird. Screw it. Let's see what happens here. So assistant proficiency is now up to 3.5 stars. Let's see what we could do. Game 1 against the Pelicans, we do pick up the win. We end up winning by 8 points. Luka had 43 and 11 in 43 minutes. He didn't really shoot that well from the field and from 3, but 16 for 16 from the line. That is incredible. Bullock gets the flu, but he's not even playing. And we took a Game 2 victory by 10 points. Luka ended up with a triple-double. On to Game 3 here. Finney-Smith, oh, it's like a flu game for him. It's a stomach bug. And we do drop it by 4 points. Of course, Ingram goes off because Finney-Smith can't guard him because he's kind of sick. Luka has an incredible stat line. It is not enough. Don't let them force a game or go tie it up. They don't. We are up 3-1. Luka with another incredible game, 35-16. And game number 5, Finney-Smith is back, and we ended up winning by 24. Hey, Luka wasn't the leading scorer. It was Christian Wood with 20 and 10, but Luka had 27, 12, 14. Or 12, 14, and 4 steals. So in round 2, we are taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. Okay, surprised to see them here in round 2. They did beat the Kings in round 1. We take a game 1 victory by 3 points in overtime. Luka puts up 49, 20, and 9. Like, what? What are these stat lines? We lose by 6 here in game 2. Lillard had 31. Luka had a triple-double. Game 3, Lillard had 38 in an L. We end up winning by 11. Like, what are these numbers, man? All right, let's see what happens here in game 4 as they do tie it up. Okay, so the Trailblazers are giving us some kind of pushback here, and they're up 3-2. All right, this Lillard-owned Dame. Oh, my goodness. Look at the numbers from Lillard in the playoffs. 58 from the field, 53 from 3, 95 from the line. That's got to be the most efficient playoff run I've ever seen through your first, 17 or no, 13 games. We do end up winning by 3 in game 6, though. Who is going to win game 7 and advance to the conference finals? It is the Portland Trailblazers. Wow. I would say that's a pretty big upset from them. So Luka Doncic ends the playoffs with 12 games, averaging 36.7 points, 11.8 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, over a block a night, 53, 41, 91 splits. Incredible stuff. Ja Morant is your Western Conference Finals MVP. Darius Garland is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Shout out to the 2019 draft class. And let's see who gets the better edge in the finals. It is Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. That'd be a fun rivalry between the Grizzlies and the Cavs. Just between Mike Garland and Ja. All right, so draft lottery time. We won't be getting our first round pick. The Knicks will be getting it somewhere pretty late in the draft. Yeah, at 26, which is all right. I would like to somehow move a player, though, to maybe get a guy in the mid-first round. All right, so it looks like Christian Wood doesn't want to re-sign with us. Okay. But it is draft night right now. And I would like to move maybe the Bertans contract, but I won't be able to package it with, I believe, Josh Green at the moment. Yeah, because I got to wait till after team player options. That is kind of annoying. And I want Jaden Hardy to be in the rotation, so I might be SOL here. We are going to make a trade to make the Miami Heat better. We're giving them a bunch of big man depth. So the newly signed Maxi Kuba, I'm going to be trading him to Miami, as well as JaVale McGee for Nikola Jovic and a 2024 first round pick. I think I don't know if Jovic is going to crack the rotation just because he's not a great overall, and so is Jaden Hardy. All right, so you can think of this as a three-way trade where you're going to be trading that 2024 Heat first and Nikola Jovic to the OKC Thunder. You know that the Thunder would do this. I think that the Heat probably wouldn't give up that for Kleba and JaVale McGee, but it gives them some actually solid big man depth going forward. So, yeah, we do have the 12th overall pick. And there are some good prospects here. So basically, if we look at the draft summary, Victor Wembanyama goes to the Magic. So they have him and Banchero. Scoot Henderson goes to the Wizards. I mean, like, that's like one of the best possible picks they could make. They desperately need a Wembanyama or a Henderson on their team kind of going forward. So we could look at Amari Bailey. We could look at Brandon Miller. We could look at Amen Thompson. Dariq Whitehead is still here. And we did trade some big man depth away. So I'm actually going to go and get Khalil Ware here, who is projected to be a lottery pick in real life. And I haven't really got him in 2K23 yet. I also could be butchering it, so I do apologize if it's Khalil Ware. I'm going to call him Khalil Ware, but yeah, I do apologize if that is wrong. So we are going to sign him, team player options. Dinwiddie for 21 mil, I honestly thought about, just because I don't think we're going to have cap space to begin with, but I might try to work out an extension with him in the offseason. Josh Green, we are going to pick up that team option, not on Tyler Dorsey or Reggie Bullock, but I'm going to be moving Josh Green just to kind of free up that $4 million as well. We'll not be extending McKinley Wright the fourth, the qualifying offer. So we look into free agency. Offseason is kind of bugging right now, and I don't think we're gonna have any bit of money yet. We're still 20 million off of getting a max guy, and that's with letting Dinwiddie and Wood walk. I don't really think I'm gonna pay Christian Wood all that money. I don't think, he's not like a great fit in our system match under Kid. It's probably not a great idea. I mean, Harden or Kyrie would be kind of sick. I don't know. Do we splurge this offseason? I feel like no, that's Miles Bridges. I was gonna say that was Mikal Bridges. That'd be a good fit. So now I theoretically regret declining Dinwiddie's team option because him on a one-year deal is perfect because then we just reset our market next year. All right, I want to see if we could do this trade because we do have a little bit of cap space right now before we go and get bird rights on it, people back. But Joe Harris, an elite shooter around Luka, 47 from 3 last year, 1 year left on this $19 million deal. If he doesn't have a player option, I do this trade. Okay. Will they do Josh Green straight up for Joe Harris? I'm not throwing any first, and I don't want Edmund Sumner. I don't really want to throw... I'm not going to throw anybody else here. Unless you really want Bertans in this. Bertans and Josh Green for Joe Harris. Do they say yes? They do. Okay. So we get that trade done. Bertans' contract is off the books. Oh, do I not have bird rights on Dinwiddie? That would be... Okay, but we do actually have a decent amount of cap space. Like, I don't think I'm going to get Sexton. We could bring back Dinwiddie, I think, on a one-year deal. That would make sense. We'll give him about $14 million. I still have $9 million left over. But yeah, Christian Wood will not be coming back for us. So I am looking to not really dig into the money too much, and we could really open up for a max spot next year. Bruce Brown would be a fun addition, but let's look at the team. Like, it's not great around Luka. Like, I don't think next year's going to be anything crazy, but next year's offseason, that's where we can get kind of creative because Tim Hardaway's contract will be off the books as well as Joe Harris's. So right now we have about 8 guys that are rotation bound. I think Bruce Brown would be somebody solid. I think we could use another wing slash, I guess he's more of a 4. You know, Hamidou Diallo put up some pretty solid numbers last year for Milwaukee and Detroit. Let's see if he would do a 2-year deal worth about $9 million, but we do a team option on the second year. Will he sign that? Boom, there we go. We're also going to be signing Gabe Vincent in case any injuries happen. Same with Gary Harris, as well as Derek Favors and Frank the Tank. So we take a look at player progression. Luka's up to a 97 overall. Powell regresses. Joe Harris regresses. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think we're going to win it all next year. All right, so right now it's going to be Luka, Dinwiddie, maybe Diallo at the 3. I don't mind that, but maybe we should start Joe Harris. I'm not too sure. Let me just figure this out. All right, so this is going to be the rotation. Luka, Dinwiddie, Diallo, Finney-Smith, and Khalil Ware with Tim Hardaway Jr., Jaden Hardy, Joe Harris, Dwight Powell. And we're going to give Gabe Vincent minutes off the bench as well. 3.5 star balance. I'm not really expecting much from this team. But if we take a look at our finances going forward, we are going to have a max contract open next year. I thought Hardaway's contract was up. All right. I should be able to move it since it isn't expiring. But either way, I think if we keep it, we still have a max opened up, which, like, yeah, imagine, like, I don't know who's a free agent at the end of the year. Can we see that? We can't really see that right now, but who knows? Maybe it's going to be, oh no, we can't see it. Maybe it's going to be Kawhi, not LaMelo, AD. I don't know. It's not like it's going to be a Giannis or anybody, but let's find out. There it is. There it is. My biggest fear in this rebuild was a Luka Doncic major injury, and this is a major one. He tears his right patellar tendon, and he is out for the year. I don't even know what to say. So I think, man, we do have our first round pick. So I wouldn't mind this team like theoretically tanking. But now at this point, I just want to see what like Jaden Hardy and Ware can do. I guess Gabe Vincent, sure. Like, it'd be nice if I had Josh Green. I would play him, But wow. That just hurts, man. That just hurts. So, yeah, we'll just play these guys a ton. We'll go Ware about 31 minutes a night. Joe Harris can get like 25. We are 28 and 26, so I do expect to really fall out of the playoff race, which is fine, like I said. Ugh, that's just brutal. So 2K's weird, and maybe he'll come back by the end of the year. It says the season. I don't really know what to expect with that. Alright, so since our season is done, I'm going to be moving Dorian Finney-Smith, whose shot has been alright. Like, he's been a solid three-point shooter for us, but really doesn't shoot well from the field or from the line. We know he's a good defender, but he's 30 years old. He's making about $13 million throughout the next couple seasons. I believe he does have a team option. I don't know, it's a player option in 2025. So we're going to be sending him to the Brooklyn Nets for Davis Bertans back, but we're getting a first-round pick just to add to that draft capital that we can make a move in the offseason with. All right, and we are going to be trading Hamidou Diallo to the Bucks for Jalen Noel, who's making $6 million pretty much or close to it next year as well, but he's not a bad player, so I think he could be a rotation piece for us. And we're getting a first-round pick from the Milwaukee Bucks. So we're moving Diallo, who we signed in the offseason. We're basically punting on this season, which sucks, but with Luka out, there's really no point in not being a seller. I'm going to bring back Joe Harris on the minimum. I don't even know if he's going to be in the rotation, but I'm just going to do that right now. Same with Dwight Powell. So I couldn't find a Dinwiddie trade at the moment, so I think Jaden Hardy's going to start for us. The starting power forward is most likely going to be, I guess, Davis Bertans. Jalen Noel could probably be the sixth man. Wait, now where's Khalil Ware? All right, so yeah, it's going to be a 9-man rotation looking something like this. We'll probably go like 32 to Dinwiddie, 34 to Jaden Hardy. Let's see what he can do with just a crap ton of minutes. We'll give the rest to like Tim Hardaway. Hopefully he gets that trade value up, and I can move him in the offseason. This team is not great. Let's hopefully just tank. Yeah, it's basically tank season. Man, Ware has gotten injured like 4 different times. Maybe 5 now his rookie season. Like, it's nothing like super serious, but they are annoying. Joe Harris got her, which is fine. Yeah, like we're 10 games under 500. We're not making the playoffs. I hope we're not in the play-in tournament conversation because I don't even want to be there. So Ja Morant ends up winning MVP. Anthony Black out of Arkansas, who was the 3rd overall pick, gets Rookie of the Year. Christian Wood, 6th man of the year, so he's coming off the bench, but yeah, maybe I should have kept him. I don't know. Actually, I don't regret that at all. So Luka doesn't get anything with the injury, which I'm not really too surprised with, as Ware does get all rookie second team. He averaged 10 points, about 7 rebounds, not too bad. And okay, we're in the play-in tournament. If we start upsetting teams, I'm going to get kind of annoyed. I don't really think this team should do really much, but you know what? Let's see what we can do here. In the play-in tournament, going up against the Denver Nuggets, Denver. If you can't beat us, now, I guess Michael Porter Jr. is hurt. Nope, you traded him away. Hopefully not for Gordon Hayward, because that would be a really dumb trade. But let's hope that they could beat us, because let's just take our nice draft pick and go into the offseason. Yeah, they're blowing us out right now unless we do come back here in the 3rd. Of course we do. We make it a game, but we end up losing by 8 points. Gabe Vincent at 22 off the bench. Dinwiddie 19. Dwight Powell with a double-double, but Jokic had a 20-20 performance. So the 2024 Western Conference Finals MVP is Ja Morant again, and in the East, it is Tyrese Halliburton. So let's see, battle of the guards again in the finals, and Ja and the Grizzlies go back-to-back. All right, so LeBron retires. I mean, the Lakers really haven't done much to get in our way, so I don't think that really helps us or hurts us. All right, so it is lottery time. We have the 9th projected pick. Not great. All right, so let's see if we fall from 9 to 10. It looks like it is going to happen, unfortunately, and yeah, it does. So we don't have any other first-round picks in this draft, but we do have pick 9, or excuse me, pick 10. We are going to bring back Jason Kidd as our head coach. All right, so we're going to be trading Tim Hardaway Jr. and Joe Harris for Darius Bazley in a 2028 first-round pick, so we do clear up over $10 million with that trade. All right, and with the 10th pick, we ended up taking Ron Holland, who is a 77 overall out of Texas. We'll see if we keep him. There's a chance we trade him because I'm trying to still win it all next year. Let's pick up the team option on Jaden Hardy. Really don't even know what this team is going to look like. So, yeah, is there any top name that I should really try to sign? Kawhi, Melo's restricted. DeJounte Murray next to Luka, but for $40 million. I would actually like Jaylen Brown a lot. There's Lonzo DeRozan. I mean, we could try to get Jaylen Brown here to Dallas. So I don't think his price would go down. So could we get maybe 35 mil at a flat rate? If I do 3 years, he likes that. What about just a 2-year deal, no trade clause? Full no trade clause. Okay. All right, so we gave him about a 3-year deal with a player option, 35 mil a year, or 2 with a player option. So we signed Jaylen Brown. I think that's our big guy that we're going to end up signing. Still going to try to target a better, maybe big man with the leftover money. Yeah, and I really don't love anybody left, so we could look at 1-year deals. I mean, Josh Hart would actually be a great addition to this team. But he signs with the Miami Heat. What about Dylan Brooks? That would be a nice addition for this team. Can we maybe get Dylan Brooks? I feel like he's going to take another offer, and oh no, he's not. Okay. Come on, Dylan Brooks. There we go. We sign him. All right, so we have Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic, Dylan Brooks, Darius Bazley, Jalen Noel, Ron Holland, Dwight Powell, and Khalil Ware. I'm probably have a lot of hype in him in stock, but I think he could be good. Oh, and we could sign Dinwiddie back. We're definitely going to do that on a 2-year deal. Hopefully he accepts that, and he does. And we have a nice mid-level exception here. We could go after Jakob Poeltl to be a backup center and then just not play Dwight Powell. We could go after Gordon Hayward, but he is 34 years old. But he healed to be a good shooter. Tyus Jones, another backup point guard. But I think I'm going to go with Jakob Poeltl. Try to get him on a 3-year deal. Let's go. We're going to bring back Gabe Vincent for depth purposes, but this time he probably won't be in the rotation. And we're going to bring in Luke Kennard as well, so cool. You know what? I think this team could do very well next year. Luka's going to be back hopefully by the start of the year. We got Brooks, like Dinwiddie off the bench, Poeltl, Noel, Bazley, Ware, Holland, Kennard, Hardy. I like it. We're well equipped if there's an injury that happens. All right, so let's take a look at this rotation. Luka, Brown, Brooks, Bazley, Poeltl. I guess. No, I think I want to start Ware. Bazley at the 4 is fine. Dinwiddie could get about 23 minutes a night, 25 to Jalen. Ware's going to start at the 5. Maybe Hardy doesn't crack the rotation because we'll go about 20 to these guys. Probably 22 to Dinwiddie, 25 to Jalen, 26 to Ware. 25 to Bazley, 28 to Ware, 28 to Brooks, 35 to Brown, 38 to Luka. System proficiency is 4-star balanced. Let's see how far this team can go. And coming back from the injury, Luka Doncic doesn't put up what he did in 2023, but a triple-double, almost on 50, 40, 90 efficiency, and wins his 2nd MVP in this video. What did I say in the beginning? He was going to win multiple in this video. Jaden Ivey, 6th man of the year for the Pistons. I'm excited to do my Pistons rebuild because I've seen some great development out of Jaden Ivey in this game. Evan Mobley wins most improved. We go 68-14 and get coach of the year. Luka on All-NBA first team. Do we maybe get Jaylen Brown on All-NBA third team? No. But Orange Julius made it with a true shooting of 52%. What are these voters smoking? Luka, all defensive second team. Okay. So we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in round 1, who usually give me some trouble, and they still have Ant, Cat, and Rudy. They just have a very weak backcourt right now. So Jaylen Brown was pretty good though. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, stealing a half a night. He was an elite shooter as well. Dylan Brooks was good. Yeah, elite 3-point, elite free throw, solid field goal percentage. Jalen Noel off the bench was elite. Also, wow, we have some great shooters on this team. And here we go. We're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in round 1 of the 2025 NBA playoffs. We are down 2-1. We just won 68 games. Don't go down 3-1. They do give me some trouble, Minnesota. Oh, my goodness. And then we would have to face Memphis. Oh, God, this is brutal, guys. Oh, we're going to lose to Minnesota. There is no way we beat them. They have all the momentum right now. Unless Luka just goes Super Saiyan here in the second half, which he does, and we end up winning. Okay, no, it was Luka and the Jaylen Brown show. Did Luka foul? Why is he only taking 13 shots? Ant with 12 assists. All right. Game 7 against the 8 seed. You just love when that happens, man. That is just, it's like, that's how these round 1s should be going. All right, we are back and forth here. We do have a 9-point lead. Just don't blow it. All right, we're up by 15. It looks like we're going to win this game. Yeah, we are going to win this game. Wow, we end up winning by 14. A little bit of a collapse there from Minnesota. Can't believe we had to go to 7 games against them, and we have to take on the team that's won 2 titles in this video. Well, this is going to be fun. We do win game 1, though, by 4 points. Luka with a triple-double. What else? I'm going to give Luka 40 minutes and 37 to Jaylen Brown, so let's see how that goes. Game 2, we do end up winning by 18. Okay, we're up 2-0 this series. Going a lot better than the last series as we end up winning by 9. Jake Rabia was their leading scorer. Luka with a 31-point triple-double. Just don't blow a 3-0 lead, and we end up sweeping them. So here we are in the conference finals taking on the Utah Jazz of all teams. Shout out to Luka and Jaylen Brown in that series. Shout out to Dylan Brooks, averaging 17. Utah, they got Lonzo, Hero, Vanderbilt, Grant, Sarge. Anthony Black, the Rookie of the Year from a year ago. Game 1, we do pick up the dub. Game 2, we do lose. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we lose. We're up 3-2. and we end up going to the conference finals. Luka, of course, is your or we go to the NBA finals. Luka is your finals MVP. The conference finals, God, I gotta get used to that. But here we go, Cavs versus the Mavs in the finals. It's kind of cool, it rhymes. I'm sure that would be fun by just the media. We do lose by 2 in game 1. Dylan Brooks was our leading scorer, okay. Game number 2, we end up losing, don't go down 3-0, okay. And we'd have to come back down 3-0, which I don't even know why, like, I'm getting my hopes up. I mean, the Timberwolves did blow a 3-2 lead on us, and it looks like we are forcing a game 6. Nope, we choke it away. What does that start to the fourth quarter? All right, I don't know. I feel like we pull away, they come back. We pull away, they come back. All right, so we do. Oh, my God, we won by 4. That game was an absolute mess. Luka went off, but he's got to be putting up these type of numbers for us just to win by 4 points at home. So this is the hardest game, game 6 on the road. Because if we can go to a game 7, then it's anything goes. But we're down by 7. Just an abysmal second quarter. Holy crap. Outscore us by 14. Ugh. We have a good start to the third quarter now, like it matters. We'd have to have a major comeback in the fourth, in which we don't. So the Cleveland Cavaliers beat us in the finals, and Darius Garland, 47-11. Ugh. That's brutal. Wow. Steph retires. Brooke Lopez, Corey Joseph, Draymond Green, John Wall. I think he was on the Suns. Curry goes to the Hall of Fame. It's weird seeing Curry retire. I feel like I never see him retire in 2K. I don't know if we have any random picks. I don't think we do, so I'm not getting my hopes up here. Yeah, we have a Houston pick at 24 and our pick at 29. So we got a couple auto-generated guys, Randy Woolridge, Gerard Terrell, and we got Gordon Baker with Mr. Irrelevant. Khalil Ware is going to be coming back on that team option. Could have waited a year and tried to sign Giannis. Oh my God, Giannis and Tatum. Jeez, Donovan Mitchell. Hopefully he leaves Cleveland. We don't have bird rights on Jalen Noel or Baisley. What? All right, I'm going to try to sign Karis LeVert because he's a really good system fit. Same with Xavier Tillman. We're going to try to pick him up. Boom. Can we actually sign both those? No way we can get both. Yeah, so you gave me Tillman, not LeVert. All right, so coaching game plan. Luka, Brown, Brooks, Tillman at the 4, Pirtle at the 5. Love that floor spacing, am I right? We'll see how this team does. I don't know how we're going to do in our final season. We're really riding and dying with Luka and Jaylen Brown. We are 4.5-star balance, though, which is sick. All right, so Luka wins his 3rd MVP. We get Coach of the Year with Jason Kidd. If we don't win it all this year, I don't know. Maybe Jaylen Brown just wasn't the addition I needed next to Luka. We do avoid Memphis fully in these playoffs. We maybe have to face Minnesota. Still can't believe we lost at Cleveland. I mean, Utah put up a pretty good fight against us as well. When we take a look at the leading scorer from this team, it was Luka. Jaylen Brown had a better year this year in his 2nd year in Dallas. I think ultimately Tillman at the 4 works, so we're going to keep riding it for the playoffs. Round 1 against Denver. Luka versus Jokic. They have Derek White, Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson. How is he doing? He's finally playing for them, but let's see who wins. I mean, we almost lost in round 1 last year, so I wouldn't be surprised. We end up winning in 5, though, and we'd have to face Zion here in round 2, but shout out to Jaylen Brown going off in round 1. All right, here we go. We got Ben Simmons, Daniels, Livingston, Zion. So they said we don't want the number 2 overall pick in 2016. We want the number 1 overall pick in Simmons. And we end up winning at 5. So we are going to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves here in the conference finals. Luka averaged 35 in that series. And do they have a better backcourt now? Okay, they moved Edwards to the 2. They have Warren, Pat, Will, Cat. They still have Gobert off the bench. Here goes nothing. Can we go to back-to-back NBA Finals? Yes, we can. Luka is your Western Conference Finals MVP. Evan Mobley, your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. They still have Donovan Mitchell. Can we not lose to them 2 years in a row? And did they make it to the finals like every year? No, just this is, yeah, well, I guess this is the 3rd year out of 4 years. They didn't make it in year 2. That was the Pacers. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, we lose. Come on. I guess the Cavs just own the Mavs. Game 1, we lost by 4. Game 2, lost by 8. So 2 games losing by single digits. Game 3, we lose by 8. Oh, my God. Do we just not know how to finish? And we end up getting swept. Garland is your finals MVP. won up by 36. All right, back-to-back finals. There's only so much you can do. So I think, yeah, the Cavs are the best team in the simulation. I think for them, maybe I'll do an 82. No, I don't know about an 82 and over rebuild, but they might be like one of my first 10-year rebuilds because I think I could win 10 championships. So if you guys did enjoy, feel free to drop a thumbs up. Let me know what team we should rebuild next down below. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.